Ooh, what's going on YouTube is Donnie B all day. Glasses fogging up because I just came out from outside, in from outside, not out from outside because that makes no sense. I am bringing you today a Tops blade that was sent to me by the awesome, wonderful, knife throwing, super cool guy, crazy weird, which I like, Captain Electro. He sent me this after he purchased the D-Bed War Machine. Which he now uses as his home protection knife, right? Good knife for that. And the reason he sent me this is because he wanted to get my feel on it. And he actually said, hey, you can have this. It's a gift. I'm giving it to you. And I was like, yeah. So basically what he did is before he really got into blades, he was into like throwing stuff and different things. But before he really got into blades, he needed a piece for home protection, and he saw this and he thought, well, that would be cool. This could be a good home protection knife. And while you could defend the life out of yourself or life into yourself, however you want to say it, with this blade, it is definitely not made to be any kind of home protection knife at all. It's it's almost like a modified barang from like, it's a Costa Rican design, and it's a machete. It's exactly what it is. It's a short machete. Now, for me, would I pick a machete this size to be a machete? Absolutely freaking not. It is way too short for a machete. What this is an overhang machete. So if you are on a trail that is beaten, right? So it's not the greatest trail. You're walking through the woods that is often walked through, but not often enough where stuff doesn't grow through. And you got stuff coming across your face. You do this. It's not a machete where you're clearing brush down by your ankles so you can walk through. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a really crooked back bending over to do that. Unless, of course, you're a little people. Then it might work out fine. I'm a big people. So let's get into this thing. It's the Yacare 10.0, and I like it. I like it. Even though it's a short machete, I like it. It is overall 15 and a half inches. You have a 10 and a quarter blade length. Your blade thickness is 0.190. You have 1095 RC, acid rain finished, black canvas micarta grip, 17.7 ounce weight. The weight with the sheath is 25.4. And I'm pretty sure you're all really excited the fact that I remembered all that, but I have the computer right on my lap. So, and it was designed by Craig Powell, who I believe is like a CEO or something like that over at Tops. All right, let's get out of this. So, talking really quick about the sheath, nothing special. It's a machete style sheath, just nylon riveted. That's it. Does it have to be special? No, not if you're talking about something that's designed to be a machete. Has a little pocket. The cordage Captain Electro had on there, so that doesn't come with the blade. It is belt loop compatible, and it is Velcroed, so you can take it on and off. And it does have this little loop right here for some kind of molly attachment, if that's how you want to roll with it. It's odd that it has a single molly attachment here and no hollow rivet here, because you would want to strap it in two different places. I thought that was kind of weird when I first saw it, but is what it is. It's just the sheath, right? Is what it is. If you're going to make it compatible for one thing, though, it should be compatible all the way around. So you do have a bow hole drill slash lanyard hole slash lashing hole. You have a lanyard hole here, and your guard curl right here would provide an extra lashing point, so you'd have 3 lashing points if you really needed to. Being the size of it is, your lashing isn't going to really be necessary. If you wanted to strap it to a stick and get some overhangs, boom, boom, boom. Like if you're in the jungle and you got those big, long things with all the weird leaves on them and you want to make a hut and you need a roof, that's great. If you want to strap it to a stick and defend yourself against a boar or a bear, you better already have it strapped, because by the time it takes you to lash this thing, you're dead. You're better off just fighting with your hands. So now, being that it's a machete, it's made for exactly that, just hacking and slicing. Why isn't it an optimal, because there's no B in there, why isn't it an optimal self-defense weapon? The grip is undersized. Like a lot of Tops have undersized grips. Odd, I know, I don't understand that. For me, everything's in the grip. If I turn it with a tight grip, it's going to turn no matter what. It's just a small grip. It's what it is. Between here and here, you have very, very small points. So I don't know if they have really small hands over there, or if they just like making small grips. But look at all my fingers. Not just normally, you don't want this one and this one to be touching you. It should be like, that kind of. These two should probably reach your hand, maybe even your middle finger, but you shouldn't be able to tuck your index finger around the handle, right? And my index finger tucks around the handle. So being so small, you're not going to have as secure grip as you would like. And if you were talking about self-defense, you want the most secure grip you can have. Now, if I do an override with my thumb, over the top of my thumb, it's going to push the blade down, pushing the heel up, giving me more grip, but it's not always optimal for when you need to slash. That's only good for stabbing. Reverse grip is a little bit better. And especially you have a nice flat pommel here, so you'll be able to dig your thumb right on top. It is true full tang construction. You do have your lanyard hole exposed, which is a good thing. If you wanted to crack open like muscles and things like that, you can do that, but you're better off to just use the spine. So that really doesn't matter. It's just a typical piece of a machete design. It's something that's known. So I could see why it's on there. The designer didn't like say, well, I'm going to make this useless piece. No, it's he wanted to make a machete. It's machete. That's what that is. So, let's get out. I wish this was had a little bit more meat. It's really dinky right here. But it still works. Now, there's no choil. Does that mean you can't choke up? You can. You're going to put your finger right over the edge and just tighten up. Now, these blades come sharp, so you have to make sure that your grip is so tight that whatever you're using the work for, if you're feather sticking, that the blade isn't doing this, because if so, you're going to cut yourself. If you can make the blade solid while holding it really solid, I can pull and it's not going to shift. Therefore, I'm not going to cut my hand even though it's on the edge. Be careful when you do stuff like that. But it's possible. You can do your tight work just like that without having to worry. You can still do it here. You just have more security here because of the belly of the blade, right? So that's why it's not an optimal fighting blade. It's all in the handle. You can still stab even though it's a big belly blade and there's no drop point or clip point, which makes it non-ideal for stabbing. It's more of a hacker. You can still stab with it, just not ideal. So that's basically what keeps it from being a solid like home protection knife. Is handle isn't right, and you have a straight spine where you would want more of a drop, spear, or clip point when you're talking about self-defense. All right, getting that all out of the way, let's see how this thing performs. I am ready for it. All right, so we learned that the blade is a machete, and therefore we know what a machete is made for. It's made for hacking, things like that. But what if you have a short machete and it's all you have? You know what I mean? And you need to do your camping, or you need to go somewhere and do something. Well, guess what? You have to make sure that your blade is going to work. Is it going to be able to chop? Is it going to be able to process wood? Things like that. And being a tops blade, which they always make quality blades, and having that really sweet saber grind on it, it's got great edge profiling. I can see this thing being something that you can use for pretty much all of that business. You know what I mean? If you really, really just need to process wood, this thing is not gonna be a problem doing any of that. It's just not. Is it a machete first and foremost? Abso-freaking-lutely. But it's still a knife, right? So now we're gonna choke up. We're gonna do what we were talking about. Look at this. Look at this. This is your machete. It's a shorthand machete, right? But look at this. Look at these. They're like paper. They're like paper. That's really, really nice. Let's do a couple pulls. Look at this. Look at this. These are so fine. So fine. Ugh. All right. Let's go with a side grip. Now, when you do a side grip, you want to put the base of your palm right against that edge for side grips. Man. Now this is a used edge. I don't know if Captain Electro sharpened it before he sent it to me, but this edge is doing fine work. I mean, without an issue. Without an issue at all, as a matter of fact. Let's see here. Man, this is what it's made for. Hacking and just knocking things down. Obviously, it's made to knock things down that are dangling in front of you, but using it for this purpose, no freaking problem. No problem. The Yacare 10.0 is a good in the woods blade. I would take this on a camp any day of the week. Any day of the week. Can it shave? It can shave. You're going to make your tent spikes, your pit spikes, your spears and arrows and hot dog holders and all that jazz. It's just going to get the job done. And it's going to get that job done. So, let's see. The dogs are missing. I probably didn't pay attention long enough when they got down the driveway. Look at that balance. Damn dogs. So, you know, obviously, Derek Pontier is here. Well, not obviously, but he's here a lot. Where is he? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, there's the drummer of all drummers. Rockstar, superstar. So Derek was in the gym, hitting the speed bag, getting his little workout, and both dogs ended up following him into the barn. I lost them. I didn't know where they went. So I'm blaming that on Derek. So balance is great. The belly of the blade swings. It hits. It does everything it's supposed to do. Let's do a little. What is it? 18 gauge. 18 gauge. Let's see what we got here. I mean, not a problem. Going through all that wire. The edge is good. It's a tops blade, so you know the edge is going to be good. But let's use it for what it's actually made to be used for, right? So it's a machete, and even though it's a short machete, you know what I mean. So you're not going to be doing this. You're not going to be going like that, because you would absolutely kill yourself walking around trying to do that. But you're cutting through the little jungles, and anything right in front of you. Look at this. It's just the stuff that's just right there. Now this point right here is too low. Once I'm getting here, now I'm bending. My back is going to start hurting. So you can see that it's made to clear high brush. That's exactly what it's made for. Walking through, you got this stuff in front of you. Okay, it's made for high brush. High brush. That's it. So basically, think about it. If you're going through a path, adjust myself here. Going through a path, you're walking through. Hey, 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 Roscoe, up here. Dumbass. Dumas. He's dumbass in French. So we're gonna come over here because I got some stuff overhanging, and this is exactly what this is made for. This is not made for like regular machete use. This is made for you're walking through the trail, and all of a sudden you find that you got some low hangers. That's right in my head. Okay, good. Now I can walk through. Oh, there's another one right at my head. Good. Now I can walk through. This is where you're going to get the use out of a machete like this. Let's see. Let's see if I can post you guys up to where you can actually see everything here. Let's see. So where the fence is down, trying to balance. There you go. So now you can see all this would be in my way. This is my trail. This is in the way. That's what I want. I want just to hack off pieces. And now I'm able to at least get through this spot. What is dropping? Oh, all those little seeds are falling. It's like, what the hell is all that noise? But you can see now that I can actually walk through here and make it no problem. So all of this was overhang, and now it's done. So basically what you're hearing, I'm going to show you. We had these big fuzzy things, right? And it was weird on the inside. This one's kind of really bad. There's little bugs in there and all. It's all slimy. Look at that. Let's see. Here we go. cut it in half, in twain. That's what the hell's on the inside. I have no idea what that is. And then there's these things falling out of that tree. I don't know what that is either. I don't know. It's some kind of seed. We're gonna make this discovery together. It's always on the other side of my fence, so I never get to see this. And I dropped it. So let's just cut one in half. Hold on, we have this in my hand. Why not just cut it in half? All right. So on the inside of this, well, there's not much to see. There's just that. If anybody knows what these are, tell me. So now we have a purpose. We have a known reason for this blade to get through overhang stuff, not stuff growing from the ground, right? So this is going to clear your path of obstructions at your head, at your forehead, whatever. Not so much obstructions that are coming up, but obstructions that are coming down. And it works really well. Let's come over here, put you guys right here, drop you down so you can see what's happening. How can it chop? What about bigger stuff? What if it's not just overhang stuff? What if you need to clear a path of a tree that fell? Like a little tree that's now all of a sudden blocking your campsite or blocking, you know, what it takes to get there. Yep. The belly on this is so well formed. It's got a really nice deep belly. Man, makes chopping easy. Now, is it a chopper? No, not supposed to be, but it is, right? Because what they did is instead of using cheap steel, like cheap machete steel, and going ultra thin, is they gave you a good knife. It looks like it's about 5 millimeter. I don't know if that's what it turns out to, the 0.19. But you have a 1095 rather than, you know, some 1050 or something, and you have that great belly and a spine that's going to help you out as far as thickness. And now we are through. So you can chop bigger stuff with a machete. How many machetes, you know, are really designed for that? Not too many. So overall, while I'm not a big fan of a lot of Top's handles, just because I have big hands and a lot of their handles are kind of small. I'm a fan of this, most definitely. So far, I'm a fan of every blade that I've used from them as far as steel is concerned. Not a single failure ever. Not with a Topps blade. Nope. Differential heat treats. They do a great job there. Man, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Captain Electro. Woo, man, did me right. He did me right sending me this thing, man. So is it a personal protection knife? No. Is it a, I need to swing it at somebody to survive? I mean, some Bigfoot to survive? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's all day, every day. You can use it. Is it ideal? No. But it's ideal for what we just did. I could just walk through and clear brush that's going to be poking me in the eye. You know what I mean? So it's definitely good for that. Hey, you see that? You see that? Just checking on him. So that's it. This is a good little machete, and little machete it is. Maybe if you got a kid and you're going to clear brush and you have your machete and your kid wants a machete, you know what I mean? It's going to be ultra sharp coming out of the box. So if you have a kid, make sure that the kid is at least knows how to swing. Teach them well, and this thing will do the job. Now, tomorrow morning I leave for Florida. Hopefully, because our schedule is going to be crazy booked. Hopefully, twisted fingers, I get to see Scab and we get to meet up and have a bite to eat, even if late at night, you know, when we're all done with our stuff, because we have everything booked. But so if there's no videos, I'm back on the 23rd, and we'll keep going. So I wanted to get this out tonight. But this is good. Even though it's tiny for a machete, it's good for what it's made to do. Clearing that overhead stuff. You don't need an ultra long machete because whatever's at your head range, you can reach. You know, it's not made for reaching the stuff that's 40 feet ahead Why do you need that? You only need to clear what's right in front of your face. This thing does that job, not too shabby. So that's it, my friends. I will see you in a few days. I am Donnie P all day. Oh, Donnie P all day. Shredder. Until next knife.